Hi everyone, I'm Martina Grassi and also known as Ame, A-M-E, and today is Tuesday, November 26th, 2024. I was born on June 3rd, 1997 in Varese, Italy, and I'm a self-taught artist and poet, and I'm also a singer. I've always used creativity as a means to process emotions and navigate challenges and elaborate my traumas. As a neurodivergent woman, art became my therapy during adolescence, a period of loss and grief and transformation. I started with watercolors but transitioned to acrylics and oil pastels, seeking stronger visual contrasts and more impactful expressions. My scholarly background and multifaceted artistic pursuits create a compelling narrative, blending personal introspections with broader social commentary. I earned my high school diploma specializing in classical studies, providing a strong foundation in literature, arts, and philosophy. Then, after high school, I pursued a philosophy degree at the University of Milan, delving deeply into civil rights, feminist theories, intersectional perspectives, and gender studies. Currently, I am enrolled in a master's program in ethnological and anthropological sciences at the University of Milan Bicocca, which enriches my understanding of culture and human identity. I've also studied jazz singing for 3 years here in Varese Music School, Civico Liceo Musicale Maripiero, and recently I've sang my first self-written song called Holy Rage, and that's about rage as a creative force, not a destructive one, to fight against gender-based violence and social injustice. I also channel my passion for poetry into various projects like Poesia per Posta, Poetry by Mail. That's a correspondence initiative where I share poetry through the mail, fostering intimate personal connections. Art for me is deeply therapeutic, a way to articulate my neurodivergent experiences and process complex emotions, turning vulnerabilities into something tangible and meaningful. My influences are rooted in philosophy, feminism, and activism, and also in art as a form of activism. The intersection of personal experience and broader social themes drive my work. Feminist literature, civil rights discourses, and themes of self-awareness and mental health deeply inspire me. While I draw from my lived experiences, my artistic journey has also been shaped by collaborations with like-minded creatives. The themes of mental health, neurodivergence, and justice are central to my art. Right now, I'm balancing various creative pursuits. I'm working on my poetic correspondence project, Poesia per Posta, alongside freelance graphic design, illustration, painting commissions, and also collages. My art reflects my personal journey, including neurodivergence and self-discovery, and I'm also writing prose while envisioning the publication of my first poem collection. In addition, I recently exhibited my work in Milan at Mare Culturale Urbano for VDP Sisters Against Violence, organized by Voci di Periferia. This exhibition addressed gender-based violence, a subject that's very close to my heart as a survivor myself of gender violence. Social activism remains an integral part of my work through collaboration like the Bacalotta Collective that I co-founded in November 2023. For me, the greatest challenge is trying to find balance between creating art for personal catharsis and addressing external pressures or societal expectations. As a neurodivergent woman, again, translating my unique experiences into a language others can understand while staying authentic can feel daunting. Art is both my refuge and a vulnerable space, and navigating that duality is a constant process of transformation and experimentation. To my younger self, I would tell to embrace her neurodivergence. as a strength and trust the process of vulnerability through art. The struggles you face will not only fuel your creativity, but also lead you to connect with others in profound ways. Stay true to your voice, whether through painting, writing, singing, poetry, and never be afraid to express the depth of your emotions. I've always been drawn to experimentation, so yes, I've tried to use unconventional mediums and techniques also. I've created animated illustration that combine visual art with poetry to create multidimensional works, and I've also explored digital art to craft symbolic and surreal pieces. These approaches allow me to integrate movement, emotion, and narrative into my work, providing a rich sensory experience for the viewer. Music and sound are integral to my creative process. They help set the emotional tone for my work and guide my flow. I do music myself, and also I collaborate with musicians like the Swiss duo Cardada as a vocalist, which adds another layer of creativity and exploration to my practice. I've always been deeply connected with music and the act of singing itself have always been something that define me in a way. The most touching reactions from my artwork come when people tell me my art gave them a sense of being understood or inspired them to reflect on their own experiences. And during my recent exhibition on gender-based violence in Milan, several attendees shared how my work resonated with their personal stories and traumas they had experienced. Moments like these remind me why I create art, to foster empathy and deep connection. I hope people see my art as a mirror for their emotions and experiences, a space where vulnerability is strength and where you can be fragile, where you can express pain and suffering, as well as joy and happiness and hope. My goal is to inspire self-awareness and encourage dialogue around neurodivergence, mental health, and social justice in a trans-feminist and intersectional view. So through these lenses. And if my work sparks introspection or solidarity or makes people feel less lonely, then I've succeeded. I will exhibit here in Varese, the city where I live, on December 6th during a festival, an artistic festival that's called In Biblioteca, here in Varese, at the Civic Library in town, with the artistic collective Neoludica. And I'm always active in my projects and collaborations, actually. You can follow my journey and get updates on Instagram at amefacose or reach me via email. So, thank you for listening to me and stay tuned for my upcoming projects and stay true to yourself and start using art as a therapeutic catharsis in order to find yourself and deep connections with others.